Alright, I did some thinking last night, and although everything man-made has vanished to who knows where, the overall terrain and natural features of everything is the same as before. That being said, I'm considering hiking up a neighboring mountain peak to Overlook Peak, Mount Stanley, to get a better lay of the land and see if there's anything that stands out, and try to come up with a plan from there. I luckily packed some spare breakfast in case my trip took an extra day to complete. But if I can't find anyone here soon, starvation is going to be a serious threat if I don't scavenge from the wilderness around me. Oh, and you may hear my teeth rattling a bit. That's because last night the temperatures dropped a ton and it is now snowing outside. Snowing. In mid-May. I don't even know what to even think of that. My sleeping bag isn't even rated for below freezing temperatures. So this is going to be problematic if I don't find a way out of this place soon. I'm heading towards Mount Stanley now. Hopefully I can find something here that can help me determine my next steps. Literally and figuratively. Even in the face of danger, I can still muster up some humor. Keeps me from going insane, really, so I'm not going to complain. I would have checked in before reaching the top of Mount Stanley, so as to save battery power in this thing, but I found some things actually, that are just beyond explanation. In front of me is a clearing filled with a bunch of various backpacks and knapsacks scattered about, along with an assortment of other items strewn amongst the packs. I'm going to go through some of them now to see if I can scavenge food and other items and make my own supplies last longer. Alright, this is the weirdest thing I've seen since all this began. This backpack and the items contained within it seem to be from the 18th century or something. Because the food and the items in there look nothing like anything that's used in 1989. There's also a flintlock muzzle loading rifle near the pack as well, although I don't see any ammo for it in any of the nearby packs, and even if there was an ammo for it, I'm not familiar enough with it to actually use it to defend myself. This pack is way smaller than the last one, and I honestly would have skipped over it had it not contained a bag of what looks like trail mix and a device with a Macintosh logo on it. Although I was not aware Macintosh made handheld products until now. It seems to have a glass screen on it and several buttons on the side. Let me see what it does. Oh. Whoa. I've never heard of Macintosh releasing a handheld product like this. The screen appears to be made of glass and it says I can swipe to unlock it. Does it mean like... Oh, there we go. Looks like it needs a password to unlock. I'll hang on to this for now, since this might have information about how this couple ended up in the same predicament I'm in. And it may have an answer as to how to get out of here. I'm going to loot the rest of the bags in this clearing, and I'll start my way back up Mount Stanley afterwards. Alright, finished looting everything that would be of use to me. Got enough food to last me for a few days at least. Some extra blankets, clothes, and gloves from a warrant, and the handheld Macintosh device from the other small pack. I've also snagged a .357 revolver that was next to one of the trees on the outskirts of the clearing. I guess it was from some hunting party that got wrapped up in all of this at some point. Isn't much, but at least I have some way to defend myself from whatever is out there. I haven't seen anyone or anything living since my third day out here, but I'm not convinced I'm alone out here, given how horrendous those things out there sound. I'm nearing the top of Mount Stanley now, and I should be able to get a better picture of what's going on when I reach the top. The view seems mostly clear, no trees obscuring the view in any direction, but who knows what I'll see when I reach the top. Alright, I'm at the top of the mountain now, and looking around up here, I don't see anything but snow-covered treetops and mountains as far as I can see. So it doesn't look like any human presence is to be found anywhere near where I am. I say human because I do see a silhouette of some creature towering over the trees in the far distance, and see the trees across the river moving and swaying a bit, as if a group of animals were moving through them. So I guess I'm not actually alone out here, but I hope to not encounter that giant creature or a group of creatures in the forest anytime soon, or ever. I'm going to go off to the side of the mountain and rest in a small flat area that I found while ascending to the peak. Going to eat a little something and figure out what to do next. Maybe I'll try and get into that Macintosh handheld thing as I go to sleep or something.